Alright, how's everybody doing? We are going to get started here shortly. Just, anybody who's listening, just let me know how the sound sounds. Hopefully it's not too loud. If it is, I can fix it. It's pretty noisy on my end. I might turn it down just a little. Barely even notice it. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and get started. No time like the present. Oh yes, time to make the Vikings. Thin, medium, large. That's not very intuitive, is it? She sounded disappointed. Thin, medium, large. Well, that's not a whole lot to it, is there? Can I zoom in on the face? Not really, huh? Well, that's fine, I suppose. Smooth, scarred, freckled. Oh, those aren't many options at all, are there? Alright, well, we'll go medium. This. Elder Galmi. Ulamar. Jalfi. Gormer. Becker. Ormkel. Grunkle. I should have went with Grunkle. Grunkle Stan. Thorenstein. Erker. Einar. Oh, I like Einar. I wish I could zoom in on the face. It looks more brown. Oh yeah, these are all just winners. Close enough. Braids. Well, that's that one, sort of. Single braid, short, pulled back, long braids. Super intuitive here, these options. Simple tunic, leather tunic, fancy dress. She's gonna do her fighting in fancy dresses. Alright. Layered, bracelet, bear, sleeves, layered, boots, stocks, loose wrap, tight wrap. Look like tight wrap. And we go green. No. Oh, that's not good at all. Oof. Those palette choices are not good. I am making Rindis. I always make Rindis. Alright. So now we gotta figure out some skills, which would be for her endurance, hit points, base damage reduction, knives and spears, crit chance, accuracy with ranged weapons, mental and stamina. Ooh, for witches, scalds, and other support characters. So, gonna up that magic. Make her a little resistant to damage. And probably a ranged weapon. 80% accuracy. Well, that's something, I suppose. So, weapon skills, axe, offensive skills, support skills, utility skills, passive skills. I don't want to select anything, I just want to see what they are. Backstab. So these are all beefy looking ones. Relentless, thick skin. I saw there was a magic option. Where is magic? Block your shots. Constitution has the deterioration risk for infections. Adds a chance to give party bonuses during camping. Adds the ability to craft weapons, okay. Diplomacy unlocks. We always go with diplomacy. Security. Unlocks the ability to build new traps and throwable or consumable items. Grants a chance to discover resources on the campaign map when you camp. Interesting. Repairing. Spend less resources repairing damaged items. Preserving. Convert meat into rations. Oh, that's helpful. These war cries for party-wide bonuses. Sense. Heal followers during camping and combat. Helpful. Leadership. Governed by sense. Grants a bonus to both resistance and unlocks. Well, we'll take a leadership for sure. Protect. Raises. Damage reduction. Spot traps. Witchcraft. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Oh, I have a whole bunch of skill points. Oh, this is going to make things a little bit more fun. I thought I only had these down here. I have these up here. I'm totally paying attention. Oh, it takes a lot of points, though. Anticipate opening. Next attack will always be a critical. Well, let's focus on her magic. We can't do that one anymore, huh? Taunt. Forces the target moves their full movement towards the user. These war cries. Sure. Oh, I used a lot of points too. Downgrade that. Give me back my points. She'll be a witch and a healer. Great. Probably gonna regret spending that many points on magic. That costs 3, 10. That costs 1. Anything else cheap? There we go. I feel that's a good start. I have no idea if this will actually work out or not. If all else fails, they die.
Your father was a great warrior and a good husband, but he was not a strong chieftain to his clan.
Oh no.
As he travels to join his brothers in the halls of Valhalla, you must take his place.
I will.
Our clan is beset by petty squabbles. Some amongst our people would contest your claim to leadership.
Oh, they're gonna
As they
die.
sow discord, our neighbors plot against us. Gather your most trusted clansmen. Together
Like Beardy
you will face
McShortless.
dangers which none can predict. You will be challenged on your leadership, your resolve, your wisdom. Build a ship and take your housecarls across the sea. Power and strength for our clan must be sought outside the Norse lands. If you show yourself to be bold, the gods will follow you into battle. Your legacy will live for 1,000 years beyond your time. Our clan must prevail.
Mama getting a little intense there. But you heard her. Gotta go beat up the English. Oh, no, Saxons. Gotta go beat up the Saxons. Aid me, Odin, in my effort to bind the struggles of a bygone time as glimmering light on glass. It is the evening after your father's funeral. When you close your eyes, the image of his blazing ship shimmers in the dark behind your eyelids. It's not a common ritual this far south, but your mother, Astrid, I'll just say Astrid, because I think of How to Train Your Dragons, who hails from the land of the Geats. Hey, that's Beowulf's land. Geatland insisted on it. All the thanes of the neighboring clans have come to attend your feast in his honor, with an O-U-R, honor. Your father may not have been the most successful thane, but as a warrior he commanded the respect of many. I'm gonna just note, I love the accent spellings and stuff. It feels more authentic than changing it to more modern stuff. So, as awesome as that is, if I stumble anywhere, please correct me in the comments, because I know you will. The guests are filing into your longhouse. The thanes enter first, each trailing a modest group of warriors. Your mother leans in to whisper a few words of advice before she takes her seat. You should greet each of the thanes before the feast begins, but listen well to their words. Few of them would benefit from making this a smooth transition. It will be important to know where they stand. Thank you, Mother. You're so insightful. Exploration. Characters with golden nameplates have dialogue for you. Click them to talk to them. Icon on your chair, quest marker. Excuse me, burpee today. Exploration. How does it sound? Is it too loud at all? So we can move and talk to all these people. Let's talk to Rurik first. Oh, looked like a lady. Your elder brother, Rurik, always had a penchant for music. He looks up and gives you a warm smile as you approach him. "Got gilves, it's," Rurik grins. "I mean, my honored thane. How do you feel?" "I'm well, Rurik. I know our father is in Valhalla now." "I'm fine. How about yourself?" "I think it's quite sunk in that father's gone." "Oh, I don't think it's quite sunk in. I can't believe what a mess the old man left me." "Well, we never go for the full renegade route. Let's show some concern for our brother. How are you feeling?" Rurik shrugs. You can barely hear his soft voice over the din of the feast. "I'm certain father is feasting with Odin now. The old man will surely be more at home in Valhalla than he ever was here." "How has everyone been treating you? If anyone disrespects you, let me know about it. I'll make sure it doesn't happen twice. I have to go and be a good host. Talk to you later. Let's make sure no one messes with Loki. There has been some snide remarks, but Mother has always been more of a thane than our father ever was. So in a way, this changes nothing." Okay. tell you the truth, I think our clansmen are almost as relieved as I am that you took on the mantle. Well, I have to go and be a good host. Just use the old signal if you need help to get out of a conversation with one of the other Thanes. Aw, he's looking out for us. Thanks, brother.
Busy entertaining your guests?
Oh, okay. That's his voice then. Kettle is standing off to the side, holding a horn full of mead. The young hunter appears to be watching the feast with a faintly amused expression, and he nods respectfully when you come near. Busy entertaining your guests. He already said that. Not too busy to check in on you. As busy as you'd expect. Why are you over here by yourself? Let's find out why he's by himself. Trying to decide who to pick a fight with. I want this feast to be memorable, and nobody tells stories of a feast without a fight. Fair reasoning. Jokes aside, have you seen Huskarls over in the corner? Oh, I am not going to try and pronounce that one. Frodgirda and Skaki. That wasn't so hard. Frodgirda and Skaki. I've heard stories about them. Nefja seems to be expecting trouble too, so I've decided to go easy on the mead and keep an eye out. I appreciate it. Speaking of which, keep an eye on the big lug back there. He and his friends have been putting their heads together all night. I think he might be planning something. Ashlifer, his family, he won't attack me. We'll keep an eye on him anyways, because if Thor knows anything, family is the one you should especially watch. Leave to watch the meat. This is your feast. You should relax and enjoy yourself. I'll alert you if something happens. Good man. Good man. And we can't sit next to Mother yet. We have to make our rounds. Oh, look at that guy. Halfdanur is the Thane of a slightly larger clan that borders your lands to the east. He wears a solemn expression and nods heavily when you approach him. Einar is in Valhall now, Rindis. There is no doubt about it. He died doing what he loved, drinking and whoring. But while he feasts among the heroes, you're left back here to sort out the pieces. You've got your work cut out for you. It didn't sound like he insulted our father at all, so I won't pose that one. What do you mean? Your father managed to make quite a few enemies in his time, most of them among his own clan. If you'll permit me to be honest, he never paid one speck of attention to the wishes or needs of his people. Good to know. Thanks, Dad. Surely... Super burpy, sorry. Surely you're not expecting your claim to leadership to go uncontested. No one in the clan is more suited to lead than I'll win them over. I know many disagree with my appointment. It'll be a difficult transition. We'll sort it out the traditional way. Good. Worse problems than this have been solved at the tip of a spear or the edge of a blade. May the gods favor you if it comes to that. Halfdanur empties his mug of mead in a single gulp, then slams the mug onto the table. Another! And calls to a thrall for a refill. Alright, so we're learning some stuff. Papa left us with some problems. Skull Cleaver. Nice. Is the Thane of Jelling, which borders your area. Jelling is a large territory, and Skull is one of the most powerful Thanes in Jutland. Jelling has prospered under his rule. Oh, he looks mean. Or see why they call him Skull Cleaver. Skull pushes himself away from the table with his foot to the chair, making a grinding sound across the wooden floor. His face shows earnest sympathy. Rindis, my girl, so sorry about your father. If there's anything the people of Jelling can do to aid you in this trying time, Don't hesitate to ask. Oh. That is suspiciously nice of someone named Skullcleaver. Suspiciously nice. I will take his generosity. Of course, we all must stand together against the Frankish threat. Damn Franks. Damn it, Frank. Tell me, what are your plans for this place? How will you lead your clan? I need a ship, first of all. In favor of the gods, if we are prosper. Wish to be the attentive Thane? I'll start by building a folkmoot. What an interesting question to pose. So, one guy already said that, you know, the people aren't happy with us. Then Mother warned that there are people outside and within, so building the defenses would be helpful. It's not too soon to start planning, and we're not going to be rude to the guy who just offered help. She also said we needed a boat, because getting money would be helpful. I'm between the boat and the folkmoot. Thoughts? I'm just gonna wait for an answer. I know there's a delay. But it's such a long delay, I hate waiting. I know as soon as I click something, they'll say it. Waiting. Alright, not getting an answer from the viewers, so I'm just gonna pick myself. Going for a boat. Of course, you wouldn't want to renege on your clan's duties to King Sigurdur. Just take care not to give in to the calling of the sea like your father did. Oh. Well. Alright then. I'm sure you know I fought with your father many years ago. We were very much of a similar inclination, he and I. That man had a real taste for battle, not like his brothers. Mark my words, Ringus, true bonds are forged in battle, not bound in blood. He came to me advice before he mounted his last journey on account of my ties to Kuapang. I should have warned him better about what he was getting himself into. What does Kuapang have to do with this? Vikings out of Kuapang have been to the Isles across the sea. I've heard many stories about it, since I often go there to trade. Your father wanted to hear if the stories were true. Ah, but I've taken too much of your time already. I know you have other guests to entertain. Perhaps we'll talk later, after a bit more mead. Nods more to himself than to you, and turns his attention to the food of the table. Alright. Who's that? Oh, that's my seat. I don't want to do that just yet. Oh. Scotty, this must be the most pathetic mead hall in Jutland. Oh, that's just him talking. Oh, hello. If you're going to insult our host, at least have the sense to whisper. I'd hear Einar had neglected his clan for years, but this is just sad. Maybe his daughter will do a better job. Ooh, I'll show you a better job. I doubt she'll live long enough to get the chance. Alright, now which one of these fatheads said that? Was it you? No, it was him. It was you. You got something to say? Huh? You're lucky I can't click and talk to you. Or I would have showed you what's for.
There you are. The
Oh.
feast seems to be off to a good start.
Alright. Ooh, it's nice to see you out of the armor for once. You've seen my sister in this dress before. Surely that's the same thing. I've seen your sister out of that dress too. Whoa. Gods, she was so excited to see me like this. I'll never hear the end of it. Where is she? My poor sister has fever again. She has such a frail constitution. All this wet cold is hard on her. Mother stayed home to care for her. What do you think of the guests? Your fellow Thanes are certainly a proud and graceful bunch, even as they plot to murder you and take our lands. Certainly the sense I'm getting... No, they've been pretty cordial. But we shouldn't be too cautious either. Oh, I'm sure not all of them are actively planning to kill us. I have a weird feeling that school, though, I doubt they call him Skull Cleaver for no reason. See, he was the nicest. Haftener plays the lovable old grump, but I know he's had his eye on our harbor for years. Ranghilder, I'm not sure about. She probably has nothing to gain from destroying us, but she's little more than Sigurdur, Hingriger's appendage, and who knows what where he stands. We'll talk later. Good luck, watch your back. You're supposed to be watching my back. So we got 2 more to talk to. Chatty bunch. Ranghilder the White. Oh, that's a cool name too. It's most influential of your guests as the vassal of King Sigurdur. She is the current ruler of Denmark. Oh, nice. She has come from the trade hub of Ribe to the south, where she presides as Jarl. Oh. Oh, excuse me. It was a beautiful ceremony, Brindis. I extend my condolences for your loss on behalf of Ribe and of the king. I must tell you, I advised him not to seek out the isles across the sea. We've all heard the stories of the unprotected coasts and their treasures, but there is more danger than rumors let on. Like giant sea monsters. Thank you for accepting the invitation. We are honored that you could make it. I was hoping the king himself would attend. Yeah, no, that's way too presumptuous. Of course. Your father's sword will be missed in our struggles against the Franks. Did you know my father well? I knew him as a warrior and as a lover. We fought together on the Bravalier, and he struck me as a shrewd tactician. When your king needs you, I hope that you will serve him as well as your father did. Anything you knew about combat? My warriors to fight. Whoever can offer the best reward. No. I see no reason I should fight for the king. No. Loyalty to the king until we can overthrow the king. I'm glad to hear it. Our king will not forget those who aid him in battle. The old shield maid smiles. She gracefully slides back down into her seat, whereupon she spears a large piece of chicken with her knife and dumps it into her plate. Alright. One more. Heslifer is a distant cousin. Leadership of the clans has moved between your side of the family and his for generations. He's known as a skilled warrior and a hard worker. He sits with his 2 closest friends.
Our condolences on the passing of your father. At least he died the way he would have wanted. We will be feasting with the gods tonight.
Thank you. I hope there is no bad blood between us. There is no need for pretense. You never respected my father. I would not ask that you begin now. Wow. Okay. We are not going to be jerks to these people. I don't know why that's even an option. It is no secret I didn't agree with how your father ruled our clan. Bearing this in mind, I don't see what gives you the right to succeed him. But this feast is in his honor, and I will not insult his memory here, nor will I challenge your claim to leadership. Oh, nice. Thank you for keeping these things separated. You believe you would be more suited to lead us? I do. Because I'm a woman? Let's be honest, a woman has led this clan for some time now. Your mother's... He's like, your mom was really handling things. Mother made all the real decisions while your father sated his bloodlust abroad. Now you're in charge because your brother is too meek to lead us. Ouch. I won't hesitate to swear fealty to a woman who has earned her position as Thane, but when that position was granted to you simply because of the failures of the men who were meant to hold it, then it is time for change. We won't challenge him yet. Simply nods. We got time to prove ourselves. Rabbit stew! Yum! Alright, let's go take our seat and move this along. Following the initial meet and greet, everyone toasts to your father and digs into the meal. Food covers every inch of the table, and the freshly brewed mead seems to flow endlessly. I received mead. You're listening to Nephjaw's usual complaints about her mother when Kettle perks up and slips discreetly out of the loghouse. Outside, some piece of pottery crashes against the ground and men begin to shout. Whoa, that's not good. In short order, the door flies open and the doorway is filled by Otar Erlingson, sword in hand. Outside, you see his brother standing over the prone form of Kettle. Otar looks around the room with disgust. What a splendid feast for such a shit Thane. Otar gaze stops on you. He raises his sword to point it at you accusingly. Rindus, your family had its chance to earn our respect, and you wasted it. Come outside and defend your honor, or we will burn this hall to the ground. Ooh, sounds like we're getting in a fight. Nephja jumps to her feet, already holding her knife. Her voice seethes with disgust. Ota, you miserable drunkard! How dare you attack your Thane's honor during her own feast? Your family will pay for this. They will pay in blood! Otar has turned his back on you and is already walking back outside, while the other guests turn their gaze to you in anticipation. Your mother leans in to whisper into your ear. You have to handle this. If the other Thanes think we are too weak to deal with such a blow against our family's honor, this will not stand. Stay here, I will handle. Oh man. Well, he said he's got his brother outside, so I'm not going alone. Taking my second with me. A shadow sets across her face. By the gods, he's going to make us kill him this time, isn't he? Let's kill him. Oh.
I hope Kettle is alright.
So now she's following us, so we got a thingy we can look at. She's good with a knife, not a bow. What's she got here? Interrupt. Faint. Oh, so she's like a thief character. I am not a healer, I wanted to be a witch. Oh well, this is gonna be fun. Do I have armor or anything I can put on? Increase the strength for 3 turns. Use twice for double effect. But this reduces finesse and sense for the rest of the fight. Huh, interesting. Alright, cool. Let's go do it. Oh wait, oh. Weapon rack. Take all. Now we can equip it. Oh. Apparently I can't do a shield and spear for some reason. Oh, I can't have the bow. Makes sense, I guess. She defaults to a simple spear and a knife. Alright, cool. Works for me. Let's go kill an asshole. Most of the guests follow you outside and form a half-circle behind you. You're dimly aware of the other Thanes muttering among themselves. Neftcha runs over to Kettle to help him back to his feet. A streak of blood runs from his hair down to his cheek, but it looks like he can still fight. 4 against 1. This is what the sons of Erlinger Thorglason consider a fair fight. Odor's brother Tost sneers. He sounds drunk. Shut your mouth, woman. He started it. Go home, you fools. I know our families have never been on good terms, but if we spill each other's blood tonight, the killing will never stop. You snakes, you will die for this. You crave respect so much. There is a proper way to handle this. Does your father know you're here, destroying his name? Nice. Do we be cheeky or do we be diplomatic? Does your father know he's here? He does not, but he will be proud of us when Esafir is finally our Thane instead of you. You've gone too far. There is no honor in this. I must take Rindis' side here. Fine, we'll kill you all, then I'll be Thane. Oh. Hey, we got the one guy on our side, though. For a moment, confusion mixes with fright in Otr's eyes, but he quickly composes himself. Now, there's the other guys. They're hiding them. That's a healer. Hunter. Scout. So that's me. Okay. This is in 5th edition. There are opportunity attacks for running past people. Extend. Attack 3 hexes away. Moralize, maneuvering. Alright, let's poke him. Poke. Is that everything? End turn. Ha! Well, I didn't expect they were all gonna go right after me. I was expecting my turn. I probably fucked that up. I probably get to move all of them at once. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Finish him. Shot. Nice. It's 2 down. can't use restore on myself. Alright, for some reason I can't heal myself. His movement. Flanked. Then got a good shot there. 6 to 10. Wow, there we go. Pew! Guess he's not going to geech land out of that one. Ho 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 ho. Alright, end the turn.
I'll have to remember that move.
9 for a critical, huh? Flanked. Finish him. Oh, he took his arm off. Combat results. Whenever you finish combat, you will see this screen, which has a few vital pieces of information. Existing injury, light trauma to the head. Okay. Here you will see any items still equipped. Here you will see all the items equipped by each character. Okay. Cool. Otar groans as he tries to sit up on the frozen earth. Kettle walks over to the soundly defeated farmer and kicks his weapon away. There we go. But our surviving brothers are slowly getting to their feet as well. None of them have any fight left in them. Major regards the survivors with a mix of disdain and sadness. What do we do with them? Oh boy. Kill option will trigger a lethal takedown. Oh boy. The other Thanes are watching. The grim work does not take long. Your guests look on solemnly in the snow in front of your feast hall turns red with the blood of the farmers. If any of them doubted your resolve before, now they see what you are made of. It's gonna be frank, can't look weak in front of him. He looks not the least bit tired from the fight. Alright. I supported you here tonight because Otar and his brothers were out of line. It is not the way of our clan to kill each other in drunken brawls. Oop. Rindis, daughter of Aenir, I challenge you to a duel for the position of Thane. An excited murmur rises among the guests. Kettle mutters in a voice too low for anyone other than you and... Can you believe this Bikju Sonner? It's his right to issue such a challenge. His timing could be better, though. I will not fight you. I need you at my side. If you survive our duel, you can serve at my side. But if you will not, Accept my challenge, your honor is forfeit, and I will be Thane. Damn. You do not wish to fight him, let me fight in your place. No, you must show everyone that you're stronger. Oh boy. I didn't pick a fighter. This is not gonna end well. We'll meet on Holmong Island at noon on the morrow. May the gods favor you. You know, I was like, hey, they've got magic. I want to have magic. And sure enough, nope. The fighter challenges me. We get to loot their bodies? Good. I want all your stuff. An unfinished runestone with only a few grooves carved in. Herbs. Alright. Can't believe it came to this. A man that bitter with sons that stupid. It's just a matter of time. I feel like the whole clan is turned against me. We'll have to deal with Erlanger. Oh, he's probably gonna be trouble. He's gonna be mad his sons got killed. Time will tell. Let me fight him. I have to take this fight myself. You have the right to ask another to fight on your behalf. If others see that another warrior is willing to risk her life for you, that is just as worthy of respect as if you beat Aslifer yourself. That is what being a Thane is all about. That's true. Let's see what happens. I am probably going to get destroyed by him because I did not make a fighter. I was like, I totally don't need to make a fighter for this. I got other people to fight for me. Dark eyes size you up under elaborately braided hair. There's something mysterious and dangerous about this. You made short work of those mules. Woman after my own heart. Ooh. How's that? Nobody fucks with me and lives. You seem to be similarly inclined. Well, I did enjoy it. Oh, you enjoyed it, did you? Good for you. Might want to keep that sort of thing to yourself in the future, though. Subtlety will take you far, even around here. Glad I got a chance to meet you now. I'm sure this won't be the last time we see each other. Oh my. He holds up her cup and salute, then slithers away into the crowd without asking your leave. And she's a cheeky one. What's going on over here? Clan has always been on good terms with you. March trade goes up the river. La. Lore. Slightly sinister banner announces banner of bribe. Okay. Bum bum. Nobody to talk to here. Bum. Your mother wraps you in a warm embrace. There's a hint of tears in her eyes. You fought well, my child. Your father would be so proud. Clan is at war with itself. Was father really such a poor thing? There will be another fight tomorrow. I know Asfir is a skilled warrior. You would do well to make some preparations. What can I do? May not seem like it right now, but most of our clan remains loyal to us. If nothing else, then because they prefer you as a Thane over him. Go to Hulda in the bog and ask for her help. She is old and wise, and she has many ways to weaken a man. Yay, witchcraft! I know a thing or two about witchcraft myself. I know you're wise to such things, but it's safer to ask. Of course, you don't have to stop there. I have an idea. She's good at setting up traps for the creatures of the forest. You may know it large enough for a man. Other than that, willing to get you some better equipment. You should be able to duel with those. Or you shouldn't go into the duel with those old weapons. That's true. Time to learn some magic. These are our supplies. Oh, neat. Yep. There we go. Shopkeep. The smith has retreated to the familiar confines of his workshop, where he engages in an energetic discussion with his wife. They break it up when they see you coming, and his wife wanders off to find someone else with whom to gossip. Go ahead and close that. So Erlinger finally lost control of his idiot sons, did he? Glad to see you made it out of that mess in one piece. Challenge me to a duel. Is there anything you can do to help me? I heard. Sorry, my girl. I'm not getting involved. I've known you both since you were small children. You used to help out in the smithy. I won't have either of your blood on my conscience. Cross his massive arms and shake his head. Such things rarely go according to plan. A strong warrior. I need him and his axe to defend the clan. But you know, our clan is safer and stronger with me in charge. Denying my request will not keep him safe, only put me in danger. Both of these will work. Crosses his arms, squints a long moment, then he releases a sigh. He does have a poor head for tactics, but I will not give you steel to swing against him. Damn it. However, I can help you stay safe here. Let me get you a good, sturdy suit of quilted armor. Oh, quilted armor. Every better than the shirt you're wearing. Damn right it will. I eki at daka. Bring the dakas. Just be careful out there. I got a shirt. Boop. I don't really see a difference in it, but that's fine. Oh, I can change the angle. Yeah, it doesn't look any different. Alright, so then we needed to get over here. Oh no, that's the trap maker. I don't want the trap maker, I want the witch. There she is.
Why are you here?
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's not her. The witch's apprentice is tending to the candles around an old tree. She stands when she sees you, squinting through damp locks of raven black hair that droop in front of her face. Here to see Hulda. Girl fidgets with the candle in her hand, picking at the wax with a long nail. Are you sure? Today isn't one of her good days. What do you mean by that? Some days she's all there, other days her mind travels. No telling where she went today. It must be far away. Let me show you.
We've got visitors, Hulda. It's the Thane. Come out and say hello.
No. The old witch emerges from her burrow, supported by her brooding apprentice. Her knees shake with each slow step, and she wears an expression of deep concern. Oh, he does look like an old crone. She stops a few yards outside the hut and blinks at you in confusion. What are you doing home so soon? Did you decide not to go? I haven't gone anywhere. I made an offering to Thor when you left, and that same night he struck a big willow with a thunderbolt. He brought you back safely, just as he showed me you would. This is Rindis, daughter of Einar and Astrid. Do you remember her? The old witch blinks again, and looks at Rashkva for a long moment, as though searching for something in the girl's eyes. Then she shakes her head, annoyed. Of course I remember. Don't give me that look like I wouldn't remember. Why are you here? I need help with a duel. I told you that you would need the mixture, and you wouldn't take it. Hulda? Quiet, girl. In a long moment, nobody speaks. Hulda's eyes bore into you long past the point of discomfort. Then they seem to glaze over. Of course I'll help you. I'll always do what I can for you. Last time I gave a good fat rabbit to Thor, that he might watch over you on your journey. That very night the big willow was struck by a thunderbolt. You already said that. Woman grabs Rashkva's hand and digs her nails into the underside of the girl's wrist. Rashkva winces visibly. Don't lie, useless cow. I know what I said. I'm no an idiot. So violent. You're not well today. Your memory. Get out of here. Go. I don't want to see you here again. Don't ever come back here, you lying goat. That's the third time today she's banished me forever. She'll call me back when she wets her bed again. Wow. Stares after her apprentice through narrow eyes as she leaves. She's out to make me look like an imbecile so she can be the new witch. Don't listen to a word she says. There's nothing wrong with me. Don't you dare. I know what I said. Just tell me what you want so I can be rid of you. I offered you a poison. You wouldn't take it. It's gone now. It doesn't keep that long. I have to make a new batch. It'll take at least 2 days. There's nothing wrong with me. It's just that evil girl. Fine, get out of here, and don't ever come back. Alright, well that was worthless. I'm sorry you had to see her this way. She's just having a bad day. To hell with how her day has been. To hell with her day. You have nothing to apologize for. It's kind of you to say that, but I agree for her. She is a wise woman with a lifetime of knowledge of plants, the gods, and the spirits. I hate to see her mind unravel like this. If you'd caught her on a better day, I know she could have helped you with your duel. How much of that did she pass on to you? She's taught me a lot of herbs and mushrooms, of how to make pain go away, or how to cause it. It's powder. If he ingests this in the morning, he'll barely be able to stand at noon. I'll bring him a concoction and tell him it'll make him stronger, and sure the gods will favor him tomorrow. If you win, you can protect me. Aw. Please make sure you win. That's fair. Don't worry, girl. I'll keep you safe. that's really all I can do here. Codex, menu. So you can talk to the hunter, but I really don't need to. And the feast and get some rest. Okay, so that's really all that's left. This screen allows you to schedule upgrades for your homestead. Okay. Just nice upgrades for the town, it looks like. Farms. This gets a new fence and a couple more rocks. The animal pens are cleaned up. Okay. Banners. Decorate your homestead to improve your clan's reputation. Bring in more trade. Training ring. Restore the old to its former glory. Well, we should work on our... This upgrade will take 1 day. Selecting slaves to work on this will reduce the time it takes to complete. Okay. Oh, so I can't do the training ring now. Alright, well, we got that figured out at least. Oh, hey, I have points. Make sure I can actually fight. Alright, let's go end the feast. Boop. Let's wrap it up. There she is. Hello. Looks like you have your work cut out for you. Take care to bring your clan in line before all thing. I didn't read all of that. Oh well. That was rousing. What a bunch of cowardly cesspool hogs to come to you during a funeral. But as they say, it's not a good feast until there's a fight. At least they seem to approve. That was a nasty attack, my girl, but don't be too distraught. You handled it as well as anyone could have. Just a shame your father's funeral should be marred by such a thing. Such is life. Time for bed. That's the end of the feast. The next day, at noon. It's high noon. You come to a prosically named Holmgang Island on the following day, rowing one of the clan's small boats in the company of Nefja and Ketzel. Sigurdur and Lorter greet you there, having come out in advance to set the stakes that define the arena. If he doesn't come, we should fight each other. It'd be a shame to let such a fine arena go to waste. Are you sure you want to fight? Are you sure you want to fight me again? Remember what happened last time? Right, what I meant is you and Rindis should fight, and I will sit over beneath a tree and watch while I finish the rest of the mead from last night. That would be a good resolution for this whole mess. But he'll be here. A man has the stubbornness of a mule, as well as its sense. Your challenger arrives in a short time later, accompanied by 2 other young men from his side of the family, the same companions he sat with at your feast. He looks dizzy and weary. He has dark rings under his eyes. He doesn't even look at you as you walk into the ring. His voice is hoarse. Is a hoarse bark. I'm here to fight you, as agreed. Are you ready? Oh, but you don't look so good. Rindis, I volunteer to fight in your place. Your offer humbles me, but this is my fight. I understand. Good luck. And see, I'm glad it doesn't make her mad by saying no. As the challenger is in this dispute, it falls on you to recite the rules of the duel. I, Esopher, son of Grimvalder, have challenged Rindis, daughter of Aener, for the right to rule our clan. The winner shall sit as Thane of Skjern, and reside in its longhouse. He shall receive no other award beyond this. Should she survive, she who is defeated may swear fealty to the winner, or her life is forfeit. If either of us falls in the duel, their bodies shall be buried here. All weapons are permitted. The duel will end when either warrior is dead or incapable of continuing to fight. He gives a final respectful nod and brandishes his weapon. As the challenge, the first strike is yours to make. I have no way to get around him. I was hoping to put some distance on him. Can still forfeit. Submit. Alright, how do I get him to forfeit? Toggle non-lethal cast will no longer land critical hits. Non-lethal mode. You've just enabled non-lethal mode. While you're in this mode, enemies will always become incapacitated instead of dying. That's what I wanted. Good. Keep him alive. You've been keeping your shields sharp even without your father around to train you. He's a great warrior, and like everyone else, I respected him for that. But if the king should raise the big end army tomorrow, how many able-bodied warriors could our clan muster? A dozen? Half the women of the clan are widows. Foolhardy expeditions are the cause of it. Makes his weapon against his second shield and gives you a somber nod. Oh, is he going again? No, keep that off. Aha, nope, you can come to me. Apparently he has no problem doing that. Oh, alright. Oh, and I slipped, really? Get up. Oh, that's my whole turn, huh? Ow. Just keep whacking him in the head. No new injuries. Second shield crumbles off the grip. Dismayed, he heads back to the boat to fetch his last shield. Oh my god, really? You are nearly as good as Erner. If you should win this, I hope you'll be a better Thane. I hope to serve with you as my huskarl. If I were to be the worst Thane I could possibly be, I would still be better than you. You won't live it long enough to find out. Your shield must finish. Okay. Honor bids me to, and if I should win, you may serve as mine. How do you plan to govern us? Let old alliances trouble me. Great kingdoms across the sea. I'll find this kingdom as he did. Where he failed, I'll succeed. No. No one. Then you are wiser than your father. If you win, I will gladly serve you. But enough talk. Let us finish this. What the heck was that? Oh, this one's gonna be rough. That slip messed me up. Target gets the status effect venomous. There we go. A little bit better. Bring him down. Oh, it's getting so close. Oh, there it is. Your challenger struggles to get back on his feet, but he leaves his weapon in the mud. In the end, he settles for just sitting on his knees before you, his head hung in a signal of defeat. You got Roskva to poison me, didn't you? This disease was all your doing. Though I would prefer to bow to a woman who could defeat me fairly, I am at your mercy. I will not spare you. You deserve death. If you'll accept my surrender, I pledge myself to your service. I accept. More unusual mixture of sadness and relief washes over him. He holds your gaze for a long moment. Then he seems to get back some of the energy the duel took out of him, and he stands. You show me great honor. I hope my challenge won't linger in the air between us. I want you to know you can depend on me from now on, fully. Good man. Kettle extends his hand, who shakes it hesitantly. Glad to have you with us, you big lug. You put up a good fight. Glad to have you on our side. You were a fool to challenge, Rindis. I just hope you learned your lesson now. I, too, am glad to have you with us. She says, wanting to kill him. Thank you for accepting the pledge. He was a fool to challenge you, but he didn't deserve death. That's true. I agree. It was gracious of him to pledge himself to you, and sensible of you to spare him. He's a strong warrior, and will serve you well. That was my thoughts, too. He's no good to us dead. Is there anything of value on this island? Yeah, there is something there. What is that? Poison? Nice. Found some stuff. Cool. Let's head home. Bet you anything something bad happened while we were gone. Loading. It's a short boat ride back. Or the short boat ride is back. The short boat ride back is as uneventful as the trip out. Ongang Island is clearly visible from the shore outside Stern. You return victorious. I wonder what would have happened if you lost. I'm glad this is dealt with. What's next? We'll have to do something about Erlinger Thorglusson. As long as he lives, his family poses a threat. Let's head there now. Let's deal with this problem while it's fresh. Not give him time. Okay. Campaign map. Traveling between the locations. Neat. Interesting. As you plan the travels, keep an eye on the timeline. It shows the current deadline and illustrations of how much of the available time. Okay. You have about a month to prepare for your expedition before it's too late. If you run out of time, the game will end prematurely. What? Must finish your preparations before this date. If you run out of time, your clan will be at the mercy of your enemies and the game will end. Each time you make camp, 12 hours pass. In rare cases, storyline choices or events will also advance the time. When you leave for Britain, time will advance to spring and will be given a new, more generous deadline. Consider beginning a long construction project in your homestead before you trigger this time skip. That's fair. Indifferent? How dare you be indifferent? You should be loyal like the other two. Let's go kill some farmers. You stop your horses on the outskirts of the homestead. Smoke rises lazily from the roof of the largest building. Thralls are going about their business in the fields. So far, it looks like nobody has noticed your arrival. Here we are. I do hope this pans out better than I expect. There are more thralls here than I remember. They're poorly armed, but they'll defend their master if it comes to that. A surprise attack would give us a strong advantage. We might circle around the back and set fire to the house. Wow, savage. A sound plan, but I would hate to bring such a death to Ellinger. He may be a bitter old bastard, but he deserves a chance to die with honor. I don't want to kill any of these people. Let's see if there's another way out. Just remember, his sons showed our neighbors that we are weak. You must show them that the weakness has been dealt with, or our standing with the old thing will suffer. I mean, the father has nothing to do with that. It's his dumb sons. Oh, I didn't get to read what she said. An old man stands in front of his farmhouse. You know him, but not well. His family has always stuck to the outskirts, never happy to call your father their thane. In his youth, he built this house by himself. Now he is gray of hair, and his skin is lined with wrinkles. Yet he still stands proud as the patriarch of his homestead. Oh, really old man. You've killed my sons and ended my line. There's no one here besides myself, my daughter, and the wives of my sons. Leave. Just leave us to our grief. Medium attempt to kill. The surprise attack, starting a fight. Cannot suffer your presence after this. You are hereby exiled from the clan. Leave by dawn tomorrow or you will be executed. Your sons violated the peace. They may have been drunk, but you turned them against us and riled them up. That's fair. No. It was an act of youthful foolishness, that's all. You have nothing more to fear from our family, I swear it. Horse shit. If you swear so, I will spare you. Oh man. Oh, these are some brutal Viking options. Cannot suffer your presence after this. Well, now, pack your shit up and leave. You'd cast me out of my house. I built this farm myself with my own 2 hands. Don't reject this judgment, you fool. You don't see that this is mercy in light of what you've done. And who will take ownership of my farm? You? I would rather die than see this farm wither in someone else's hands. Calm yourself. Don't try to pretend you haven't gotten yourself into this mess. If you say it, because we will cut you down right now where you stand. Let's see if we can talk him. Nope, failed. Kind of necessary. His demeanor only grows more grim with every word. Far from convincing him of the justice of his exile, by the end of your argument, he's taken several steps away from you. His arms are crossed, and his frown is deep. Eyebrows appears to be merged. I stand by what I said. Death over exile. So be it. wood block. Wrap it up. Ooh, took his head off. Nice. Hang out over here. Oh, there's another one. Take out their leader. Right. Oh, what? How did that not provoke? What is that? Is that it? Oh, it's a cow. Dude's just hiding behind a cow. Down you go. That turn. Oh, wow, why is he running? That's why you don't run. If he had surrendered, it would have been fine. Trapper in here. Well, that's bold, going down fighting. Alright, well, good night. is over. The silence is deafening. Kettle is staring. General Goat's corpse. Stubborn old fool. Wish it had turned out differently. Once his sons attacked, his fate was sealed. To let such a fed slide would have been the end of the clan. His sons were imbeciles, but I looked up to Ellinger once. At least he deserves our respect in death. His wife walks up to you, back straight, looks you straight in the eyes. You can tell she's been crying, but her voice is strong. You got your justice. What becomes of the girls and I? They didn't do anything. Doesn't immediately answer. She holds her gaze for a long moment, then bows her head. Then you are not entirely without mercy. Thank you. Good, that was the right decision. We are ready to head home then. I want to loot his shit before we go. That put us through a lot of grief. Hi, what do you got? Take that. What's in this box? I'm gonna take all your stuff. You stashing anything? Holding out on us? Tar, powder, cloth. Old farmhouse, family to fall completely into ruin since they moved into the new one. Okay. Trash pile, hardened leather. Nice. D. Herbs. Fur shield. Pot. Maybe some more stuff over here. Valuables. More plants. Lumber padding. Cloth. Cleaning house. Time to return to the village. Oh, is that really everything? Not everything. So much more to look for. Kill. Take those as well. I killed your husband. His belongings are mine. And I'm gonna break your barrels. Probably should have thought this through before attacking me with tools. Dirty hoe. String and meat. Alrighty, that's everything. 3 days later. Wake in the early morning to the sound of running feet and panic shouting. Someone pounds on your door so rapidly, so furiously that you hear the hinges creak. Okay. Rendis, Rurik, Asterder, are you in there? We're under attack. It's raiders from the sea. Your brother and your mother are scrambling out of their beds, rubbing the sleep from their eyes and shaking the confusion from their heads. You grab the most essential equipment and throw on your clothes. A sight of fire roars to life, and the sound of steel clashing against steel reaches you from the direction of the coast. Not the Northmen! Those bastards are raiding everything. We'll show them what's for. Probably move with a little sense of urgency. You're awake. You bet your ass I'm awake. Where are the others? Thank you for your contribution. Is holding the bridge. As for when to reinforce the north entrance. The beacon's not lit? No, they weren't. Let's send these big Jew sonar back from where they came. Lead the way. Speaking of, what does our gear look like? Is it kind of bad that that stuff's better? I guess not really. Didn't bother to give the women any armor. What do we got here? That's the blacksmith. Us. He missed. Miss, dude. Okay. All enemies adjacent to the target X. Just spot it. No, that's nothing helpful. Except I don't get a chance to. Gives all allies one more hex of movement for a turn. Okay, well, not really important right now. To hit 30%. No. Good shot, man. Missed. Hoping it wasn't going to be enough for them to advance that far. Archers can't seem to hit, though. Restore a portion of health to target's hit points based on the rank. And can't heal incapacitated people, so that makes it really hard to do. Just land hits when you need to. Oops, no, I didn't want you to move. Damn it. That's not good. Alright, can't have you missing though. Or slipping on ice. Neither of these are helpful to our situation. Take it. Stop that. Finish him. There you go. Good shot. 49. No, that's not going to work. I got. Oh, that's not good. Critical puncture. Powerful blow from one of the Norwegians sends the last mud. For a moment, the raiders exchanged looks, perhaps considering whether to finish you off. They ran past loot and plunder this part of the village unhindered. Hey, Thor, you're still alive. Come on, get up. Get up. We've lost this one. Still be a beast elsewhere. Oh, that's fantastic. Aren't we just completely useless then? Would have been nice if I could have gone to the blacksmith and, you know, got gear. Oh, hey, let's loot these people. Maybe they've got some valuables. Pole for Hellbent. 2 out of 5 durability. Honey. Valuables. I should have dropped caltrops or something on the ground. I wasn't even thinking. Single-edged sword. There we go. That's helpful. She's good with... She's not good with swords. Neither is he. neither am I. Should probably learn. There. Now I'm not terrible with it. So, 6 to 13? Yeah, it's doing better than my old weapon. Marskin. Put out fires. Caltrops. Deconstruct the items. Break it down. Cool. Make it work. Alright, so you can't let them get to that spot. Also, apparently I should have started from this side because they had a smaller force. Boom, boom. Aim shot. Negate distant penalties to hit chance. Cost of 40% damage penalty. I'd rather you hit. Kinda like that. Good shooting. Yeah, we're totally winning. Nothing bad happened at all. We are just the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep us down. Pew! And down. That'll teach you to raid my village. Boop. Now we see you. What's that? Throw rock. Puke. Kick. Moves him 1 hex away. Hook and slash. Overhead attack with offhand weapon that is always blocked, immediately followed by unblockable attack with the main hand. Neat. Let's do it. Okay. Wasn't as impressive as it looked. We're all that's left. Right? No, you've gone. You've gone. Everybody's gone. Oh. She hasn't gone, but she's too far back. Good hit. Getting closer. Stun. Puke. Now beam him with a rock. There it is. I don't have my spear anymore. There we go. I'm helping. Still can't hit him. Alright. Pew! Nice. Good shot. Block him in. Oh, it doesn't count as flanking. Oh well. You've already attacked. Alright, maybe I expected him to have another attack and I just kind of wasted that. There we go. Ah. And then we'll throw a rock at you for good measure. Blocking really well. No, I didn't want you to move. Damn it.
I'm in your debt.
Let's see. He's got full block again. 25. No, not wasting that. 26. 40. 40 again. Why did his accuracy get so bad? Hey, it hit. Bring him down. There it is. No escape for you. Oh, except there'll be more people coming. You know, it's making this really hard to be tactical if you guys keep coming out. No, we're not doing that. 36. Anybody in time. There's one extra move, demoralize. Keep them from hitting so well, at least. He's down. Just bad luck on more of them showing up. $68. Well, he's holding out.
I'm in your tent.
Yep, just stay alive. Kill him.
You hope to best me?
That's how you do it. I'll keep her where she is. Hopefully that's it. Yeah, thankfully. I don't think they could have survived another wave. Moderate laceration, still injuries. Last attacker goes down, a sudden calm falls over your immediate surroundings, which almost makes the battle seem like a distant thing. I'm glad you got here in time. These bastards are tough. Well equipped too. Ours is not the first village they've attacked. Ah, oh my dear girl, I'm so glad you're alive. The raiders' leader is headed towards the Longhouse. He snuck another group around the village and got in from the east. That's not good. Loot. Loot. I hope my family's alright. Loot. Torch. Neat. Simple spear. 1 to 4. Ugh. Valuables. Empty. I don't want to go fight another person. He's gonna beat us up. Alright, let's go save our longhouse. Halted in your tracks by an apparition. Outside your longhouse stands a man you almost defies description. Whoa. Gunnar the Peaceful. He is a giant. His fur-lined shirt is barely capable of confining his bulging muscles. He is holding a weapon in each hand, and his stance calls to mind a bull in heat. By far, his most outstanding feature, however, is his beard. It's the sort of beard you might expect to find adorning the face of a Jotun. It looks like a bear crawled onto his skin and died. The giant's attention is not on you. 2 of his raiders appear out of your longhouse, each carrying a sack of what you must assume are your possessions. Well, just an old woman and a weakling. They offered no resistance. Wow. I trust you didn't harm them. Not a hair out of place on either of their heads, Gunnar. Just as you said. What in Odin's name is the meaning of this?
There you are.
three raiders turn towards you as one. Immediately the sacks in the mud and their weapons leave their sheaths. There you are. Let's be quick about this. Oh boy, this is gonna be rough. Fine over here. Except you slip. Oh my god, this hazard is the worst. We're fine. End turn. Wow. And she's gone. Didn't even stand a chance. Alright, so I can't get behind him. Can still bleed. Close enough. Good enough for me. Getting an easy chance out of this. Better chance to hit him. Good thing we did. Oh boy, this is gonna hurt. I knew that was coming though. I'll take it. Leader's down, that means we're not going to have any real trouble. Or, that could happen. So 966. fight's not gonna save you. I don't know what you're hoping to do there. Come back and fight.
I'll have to remember that move.
And down. And it's not good because my people are getting injured every time they go down. Gunnar fights with the strength of 3 men, but eventually he falls, as all men do. While you pause to catch your breath, the giant pulls himself up onto his knees. Well, that was rousing. It's been a very, very long time since I met anyone who could match me in battle. That face. The face reminds me of Robin Williams in Jumanji. What year is it? I did not expect to find such strong warriors here in this tiny village. I thought you unprotected. I see that I was wrong. I know when I'm beaten, I surrender. Place a hand on your shoulder. We shouldn't kill him, at least not yet. We might be able to get something useful out of him when the dust is settled. Find a safe place and lock him up, and don't leave him unattended. Kettle fetches a few more of your clansmen and they tie Gunnar up with enough knots to pacify a frenzied bull. This huge man makes no effort to resist as they take him away. I just attacked him with the fury of Thor. Clansmen consider you idolized. Thor fears not the mighty Jotun man. This raid sucked, though. All my people are really hurt. They need to rest. Check on your parents, or your mom, and brother who didn't defend the longhouse. He had one job. Didn't I tell him to go guard the guy? What is he doing in here? Bert cracks the door open, holding a knife behind his back. Seeing your face, he steps away from the door to let you in. You're alive. Duh. Your mother grasps both your arms as though to make sure they're still firmly attached. And you're in one piece. Oh, thank the spirits. Both unscathed? We're fine. 2 of the brutes came in here and pilfered the silverware, but they didn't harm us. Didn't even try to fight. Averting his eyes, he drops his knife on the floor. I'm sorry. Your mother turns to put a hand on his shoulder, but Ruhr has already withdrawn the other side of the longhouse. You're too hard on him. You know he doesn't have a warrior's temper. Well, I mean, I would still be mad if, you know, he didn't fight and got them killed. We beat the raiders and we've captured their leader. Pulls you into a warm embrace. I'm so proud of you. You truly are your father's daughter. Dotir. Something is amiss. Why were the beacons not lit in warning? And the timing so very convenient for our enemies. Perhaps we should talk to the giant, now that he is at our mercy. He led them here. He must be able to tell us why. See what you can find out. I have Rurik here to help me clean up the mess. Yeah, that's all he's good for. Alright, I got some points. And all of the Thors, clearly. That's the best answer. All of the Thors. What do I got here? Interrupt, anticipate opening, charge, cripple. I really wanted to be doing magic more than this other stuff. Where's my witchcraft? Must spend 100 points to upgrade this skill further. Jesus, really? Tactical move, spot traps, detect. Reduces the hit chance distance penalty for ranged attack from 6% points per hex. Okay. Thick skin increases movement. Sexist. I mean, I haven't picked a specific deity, but quick feet, move around enemy without incurring attack of opportunity. Well, yeah, that's definitely something I wanted. Keen eye grants armor piercing for all attacks. Ooh, that's nice. Good patient, 20% hit points per fortune favored. Flanking damage multiplier. Fade. Dodge. Bloodthirsty. These aren't the right skills I want. Repairing. Spend less resources repairing damaged items. Crafting. Cooking. Constitution. Tinker. Scouting. Alright, so I want to be able to craft some stuff, because crafting is always fun. Armorsmith? No, I can't do armorsmith yet. I'm cooking up too. Alright, that's good there. So we need to go talk to the giant. If my mouse would stop acting up. Hey, wake up. There we go. Babada babada boop doop boop boop. Hita booda bee. Ah, the good old 2017 loading wheel of death. Hello, random wandering citizen. You. I need better gear. Can you repair my damaged equipment? How about this weather, huh? Yes, the frost has lasted very long this year. This time last year, the snowdrops had already started sprouting. At least the forge keeps me warm. It's that damn global cooling, I tell you. We're going into an ice age. Could you make weapons and armor if I get the equipment you need? Could. It's not my skill that holds me back, it's the tools. What is this? This is the crafting menu. Crafting converts salvage into weapons and hides into armor. These are the crafting skills that the herdman use crafting. Skill rank determines the maximum item tier. Thank you. Alright. Okay, I think I get it. So I tell him what I want him to make, and then how good I want it to be, and then you should be able to craft it. So I really need his armor, but I don't have everything I need for that. Sweet. So we'll go ahead and forget that idea. Silly notion, thinking I could get something nice. Do I click these things? Don't. Select enter crafting. So, I mean, that's not... okay. So I can't do anything right now is basically what it's telling me. Sweet. Hey, how you doing, buddy? How's the weather? Someone has tied Gurner to a pole in the middle of the animal pen. He must have been standing in the mud for at least 3 hours. Yet he stands straight and looks you in the eyes when you approach him. Had a nice night? I am sorry you've been treated this way. Ah, you're sorry. I attacked your village and killed your clansmen. This is better treatment than I expected. We didn't have a chance to get properly introduced. Nope, we didn't while I was kicking your teeth in. I'm called Gurner the Peaceful. I'm an Ulfedin from Vestford in the north. I assume you are the Thane of this village. I am Rindis, daughter of Aner, and I am indeed the Thane here. Whoops, I did not see what I just clicked. Your peaceful followers have gained morale. Something I did worked. I will make my words count, Thane. Why did you attack my village? Your defenses are weak. No palisades. The barest excuse for earthworks. You're a tempting target. Want me to believe you sailed down to steal my mother's jewelry? Perhaps the watchmen were doing a shit job of keeping watch. In their defense, they were being very quiet. Oh, we were being very quiet. What's your relationship to School Skullcleaver? Never heard of the man. Is he some big deal down here? As you know, I am not exactly from these parts. Your village lies along a major trade route. I assumed you would be wealthy. Let's just see if it'll work. Failed. About how and why I came to set their sights at the village, but as you listen to your own words, you realize how weak it all sounds. Okay. Seems completely unimpressed as well, snorting. Ah, you're left feeling somewhat deflated, and your prisoner fixes you with a blank stare. Well, alright. I simply came to hear about your village from a traveling merchant in Kopang. That's all. I have nothing more to tell. I know you're lying. You swear it. What is such an oath worth to me? Well, alright. I accept your... Well, why did I even need to do that other thing? I admit, you lied to me. School Skullcleaver in Orkanajar. And he swore your village was a worthwhile target, wealthier than the painted ones and far less fierce. He was either lying or mistaken. Painted ones. They're the tribes who live in the north on the isles across the sea. They're called the Picts. The Picts. Their weapons are poor and their homes are primitive by our standards, but they fight fiercely and they live in harsh conditions. All in all, they're not a worthwhile target for raids, but their lands are fertile, and so far we've been able to keep them in check. You're not so bad after all. Likewise, Thane, although I find your hospitality somewhat lacking. Ha! Well, you know. Should have seen the connection. Yeah. How do they even know? I haven't told them anything yet. Thane School mentioned his ties to Kopang at the feast, and here's a group of Northmen attacking us out of the blue. What does he stand to gain from this? He was trying to weaken us. We didn't have a chance to do anything. You believe he's really been to the Isles across the sea, and Gunnar as well? Could be. Far to the north and found only tribes, but the stores, the larger kingdom, south are true. Perhaps that's where Einar went. Not get carried away by fanciful stories of unprotected coasts full of treasure. I won't make the same mistake as father. If the stories are true, there's much opportunity there. I would love to follow in my father's footsteps, see what he saw. Yeah, we need to get there eventually. We have 30 days to get a boat, apparently. Father lost his life exploring those islands. Remember that before you follow his footsteps too far. You're much too young a man to be so cynical. We should take this to Ashter and hear what she thinks. Right, she knows school a lot better than we do. A little too well, you ask me. Mother. Mom. Did the man talk? What did you find out? Skullcleaver is behind this. He's been working against us for months. He's been to the islands across the sea. He recruited the Northmen there. Our neighbors are conspiring to weaken us. Ooh, that one. Skull is the cause? Then it's worse than I thought. How? The Northmen have started settling in the isles across the sea. The school met the raiders there and convinced them we were easy pickings. And we were. This raid was our own fault. Our defenses are inadequate. He's right. We'll deal with that later. If school is acting against us, how do you know what that means? Trying to get control. It's a powerful enemy. We have no standing to defeat him. We'll find no help against school. Nobody would risk it. Must be his ultimate plan. Yes, this gives him almost a year to weaken us further in the eyes of the king, and nobody will help us against him. Holds great favor with the kings, so we can expect no political protection. Further, Jelling is a large territory with many fine warriors. We can't possibly face him in battle. Third, he all but controls the trade with Kupang, a route so profitable as to rival the trade from Saxony through Ribe. Almost a year until the next Althing. There must be something we can do. Why resist? We're already subjects to king. The school will just be another link in the chain that binds us. We cross the sea and plunder that unprotected coast I've heard so much about. We seek political allies elsewhere, great kingdom across the sea. With their support, we might resist these attempts to subjugate us. We need to build our own trade routes. School has Kopang. We'll get the isles across the sea. So really, they just want to cross the ocean. So do we want to be raiders, traders, or rulers? We'll take it by force. Stops to consider the implication. Dark looks are exchanged, heavy with doubts and worry, but nobody appears able to come up with any compelling alternative. I see no other option. Your first act as Thane will be to leave your clan, just like your father. Close your eyes. Do you have anything to contribute other than more complaints? Do you have any rebuttal to offer other than nah? Wow, well played. You're sworn to serve, but if you're so afraid to leave, I'm sure you can convince your Thane to let you stay. I follow If so ordered, in fact, I'll be glad to go. However, our duties lie here with the clan. There won't be a clan much longer if we don't do something to counter school. Think about the glory we might find across the sea, the treasure, the battles. We're not going for glory, we're going to save the clan. The skulls will sing of our deeds in the years to come. Shut up, all of you. The decision is mine, and mine alone. We are going to save the clan, though. I may not agree with your decision, but I respect your reasoning. I am with you. And we must begin to make preparations immediately. We have 2 months until spring. You'll need a ship and a real herd to crew it. Your Huskarls alone won't be enough. We need cargo to trade. If trade is what you're planning, ask Torfin if he's up to the task of building a longship. There's a few fighting men left in the clan. We must leave some to protect the village. We should bring trade goods, but what little wealth the father left us spent on the feast. We should bring trade. I have an idea for that. I'm sure I know what you're going to suggest. Remember, you just told us about the ancient grave on Funin, where they say the king and queen were buried with all their wealth. I knew it. If that's true, we could sell the loot and fill the whole ship with cargo. If that story were true, the grave would have been robbed generations ago. Let's at least talk to Edis about it and ask what she thinks. It's worth checking into. It does sound whimsical, but Edis is wise and well-grounded. Talking to her wouldn't hurt. It's up to building a ship, so we really need to go do all of these. Are you mad? That is mad, but it might not be a bad idea. You saw him fight. We want a man like that on our side. Sweet, we get the giant. But can we trust him? He's a brute, and if he'll swear fealty, he'll be our brute. Considering his present situation, I'm sure he could be won over. I'd rather have him on our side. You'll need at least a crew of 10 for a long ship. If you'll take my advice on this, go to the market in Ribe and make your plans public. Many have heard the stories of that bountiful coast, and you should find no shortage of volunteers. And begin preparations, my girl. We'll start pulling some strings so we can learn more about school's activities and plans. I'll hate to see you leave, but I know you'll do your father proud. Your brother and I will watch over the clan in your absence. Yeah, I saw how well you guys did during the raid. We're in good hands. Got 6 points. Oh, hey, you guys got points to upgrade too. Where's the bow? There it is. Still got more points to spend. Okay. Anticipate opening will always be a critical hit. That's sense. No, I didn't need any of that. Preserving. What do we got here? Sure, why not? Keen eye, piercing for all attacks. Hell yeah. Penalty for accuracy. accuracy during night. Hell yeah. Has the chance enemy targets the character. Cool. Make him a little more durable. And this guy needs to be our bruiser. You can't upgrade that anymore. You can't upgrade that anymore. Charge. Some armor piercing too. I found this game, sorry for being quiet while I was looking at the skill stuff. I had played the first game they had put out. There was one for Spanish conquistadors going into Mexico to, you know, attack the natives in Mexico, because, you know, that's what the Spanish did. And they had a little turn-based one for the Spanish too, and that one was pretty fun. I never finished that one, but then you know, when news came down that this was coming out, it seemed like a fun thing to try. Just big feet with round enemies without getting attacks, yeah. Extra attack. That one's always good to have too. Let's meet into rations. Why not? It'll help having that. Chance. Alright. There's that. So we need to go do some preparations. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. It was on the Steam sale. The summer sale going on right now. It was like 25% off. So it brought it down to like 20 bucks. It was worth getting.
I heard you're leaving. I want to join you.
Okay. I'm not even going to question it. Welcome aboard. Thank you. I'll find someone to take care of Hulda while we're gone. You're letting the poisoner join us? I was the one who had her poison you, if you're still angry about it. I spent the whole night in the freezing outhouse because of her lies. I could have given you much worse things, you know. It's like, to be fair, she could have made it worse. I do recommend it. It's great. This is a pretty fun game. Anybody who's watching it should definitely check it out. I don't have enough for upgrades. Alright, well, we'll move on. Where do we need to go? Oh, we need to go talk to this guy first. So we can take up to 5 people. Hello. Still where you left him. The hog is curiously sniffing his pants. Ew, that's awkward. Good to see you again. Have you decided what to do with me? I swore you would be free, and I intend to keep my word. I don't care where you go, but you better get out of my town. You attacked my people. If you thought I would let you live, you're unbearably naive. I accept. I didn't expect that to be so easy. Ha! Why would I reject such an offer? You showed remarkable prowess in defeating my men. I would love to fight by your side. Easy. We'll find you a place to stay from now. For now, we can at least get you out of this pig pen. It's true. I swear before Odin to follow you wherever you ask and serve you with my life. Yay, we got a full party. Let's go, team. Consider me loved. I am loved by the people. Hello, person. Il Uxel, is there anything I can do for you? Deer are scarcer than usual on account of the wolves, but on the other hand, I can't loose an arrow without hitting a goose this season, so I'm not complaining. Things will get more difficult in the spring when Ketil leaves with you. We'll have to work a little harder, Schultier and I. Time to wipe, full party. I'm not planning on taking Ketil with me. Oh, that's rude. I'm sure. Need to make it easier. Have you talked to your uncle about the wolves? I think he was planning to do something about them. If the wolves are gone, the deer come. And the deer came back, it would put us in a good spot. That's a good idea. We've evidently been sitting on our hands for too long if people like school think they can bring us down with petty sneak attacks. I think it's time you decide what to do about the space in front of the longhouse. I would love to have a decent target close to home, or a market where we can sell our pelts and meats. On the other hand, it's been sort of useful as a meeting place in the past. Perhaps it could be turned into a land spoot of our own. It would certainly send a good signal to the outlying families. Both of those are good options. Needed to talk to somebody. And it's in his shop, teaching one of the boys of the village the proper use of an adze. They appear to be working on an oar. Shown to the workshop, he holds up a hand in greeting. Good work, kid. Just keep it like that until this side is done. I have to talk to the Thane. I'll be right back. He stretches his back and comes to shake your hand with a wide smile. I believe I have you and your friends to thank for returning my wife's jewelry. What can I do to repay this debt of gratitude? I am mounting an expedition, and I need a new longship. Oh-ho! Oh, my dear woman, I have been waiting for you to come to me with this task since your father's ship went with him into the afterlife. My master built that ship when I was just a young boy. I've always dreamt of completing such a project myself. That was a glorious vessel in its day, fast and durable, but I think I can build on that design and surpass my old master. What type of ship will you make? It will be a Snekja, like your father's ship, a thin warship with a shallow keel. I'll put in 24 rowing benches so there's room for both your herd and some thralls. I will not be a raider. This ship must be a trade vessel. Trade vessel. Very good. I'll make sure to leave plenty of room for cargo. Of course, if we'll still need to be built as a warship, the position of our village gives us certain obligations. I'm sure you're well aware. What do you need? Well, timber first and foremost. You'll need to choose a tree that I will use to form the keel, the stem, and the hull. Our nearby forest has several grand old trees that would each make for a fine ship. If you want me to undertake this project, I will meet you in the forest and help you choose a suitable tree. If I start immediately, I should be able to have your ship ready by the late spring. What kinds of wood are you looking for? Let's see. Oak is the most common. It's heavy and durable timber that will make for an intimidating vessel. Elm is a bit lighter and more flexible. Could be used to make a slightly broader ship to haul a lot of cargo. Or perhaps spruce would be a good choice. It's a lighter material that would produce a fast ship. I will pick a particular type of lumber for the different parts of the ship to ensure that every component is made with the best possible wood, but the principal material will have a great influence on the qualities of the finished vessel. We'll need sails soon. I'll ask Dagger and her girls what they can do. I'll need some new tools. My master's tool set is worn by age and shamefully outdated. Oof, reading and voices is hard. Torfinn's attention seems to slip off into the distance. Her husband, Kevdofur, should be happy to help me with that. I'll need to produce a steering oar, some sort of anchor. Oh my god, this is a task. He notices your apprehensive look with the growing list of errands. Oh, this is nothing you need to worry about. I'll make all the arrangements. This all sounds good. I can't wait to see what you can do. This better be a magnificent ship. I want to make an impression on our neighbors. He's gonna do a good job. Meet me in the forest near your uncle's house when you have time, and we'll pick some timber and get started. So we need to do this first. This is important. Sigurdur walks up to you at a brisk pace and stops abruptly at a respectful distance. Rindis, I have found something you may need to deal with. What's going on? She spends most of her days roaming the countryside, tends to know what's happening in your lands better than anyone else. Come across a group of travelers camping in the forest. I can't tell if they're armed, so I thought it'd be better to stay clear for now. How many are there? What colors do they wear? All sorts. Nothing that identifies them as a fighting unit. How many are there? I saw 4 in the camp. Well, there was too much baggage for just the 4 of them. I think there must be 6 or 7. Well, thank you for the report. I'll deal with it. We'll keep an eye on them. Let you know if anything changes. Sweet. Is there anyone else to talk to before I get moving? Actually, let's just use the map. Witch's Hut. Adis's farm, that's where we needed to go to. Training ring. Campaign map. Burial site. Grandfather erected this stone. The runes marked something I'm not going to try and pronounce. Made this monument in memory of Svanhvit, the Grace of Skirn. Aww. Oop, hello. What do we got here? Adis still keeps the candles burning on Albert's grave. A decade after disease took him. Oh, that's sad. Oh, what did I just do? Discovered a cairn and got some skill points. You still remember when your father brought home Holman's body. Nefsha wasn't allowed to train with you for almost a year. I wish it would let me finish reading. For a year afterwards, but she still came in secret. Giggity giggity. Yeah, she did. I don't actually know what that means with the person dying, but... Alright, so the person we needed to go talk to was down this way. And there's our pitiful training ring. Teaching that girl how to fight, though. A small group of young women from the outlying farms are practicing in Alvaldur's old training ring. Their enthusiasm is great, but their technique leaves much to be desired. Your herd could certainly teach them a thing or two. War stops, and they all turn to look at you. The oldest one, who you recognize as Edith's youngest son, answers, "We would be honored." "Oh yes, Thane's people against the rest of us." We're doing a practice skirmish. Alrighty. You first, big man. Put this little child into the grave. Oh, is this just positioning? Flight. Yeah, that's good. Begin. Flanked. Oh wow, immediately. Oh my god, the little girl! She fights like a demon! And then he ran like a bitch. Wow, he is just getting wrecked. Well, that was unexpected. Alright, let's take down this little demon before it gets too... Dude, come on! He's stunned. He's not getting anywhere. Fail! Now she's dead, 23. Oh. Ah. You're done. You're done. Everybody's gotten to move. Alright. Probably should set this to non-lethal. I think it's just a sparring match, but I feel like I need to. Oh no, she's got a machete. They are really good at focus firing him. Alright. Dust. Blows dust in the faces of anyone occupying 3 front-facing hexes. Poison on her weapon. Thank you. Let's turn that off. I think we're gonna lose just because they have 3 archers. Like, just... they're being able to put out so many shots. Target, make the target spend its opportunity attack. Dude, seriously? Thank you. Why don't you just counter their 3 archers? 3. Ah ha 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 ha. All I've got are Cyrils, which we all know is just rubbish in a fight. Oh, sure, you can make the 60% shot, but the 90s were just... Cover, cover. Alright, take out their healer. Hey, you had a second shot, buddy. What the hell? And everybody then... Now stab that small child to death. Pretend death, because we're just playing. Oh my god, come on. Actually, stay there. Make them come to us. Because for some reason they can't shoot over a tree. Oh, kid, this is gonna hurt. Alright, well, no, let's not do that. You just get to cover. Goodbye. Victory! They're not dead, they're just sleeping. After the fight, the fallen get back on their feet. You can tell the kids learned a lot from their defeat. Good. Ada's son gives you a respectful nod. Her boys have always been well behaved. Thank you for the fight, Rendis. Do you want to go again? No. The kids get back in the ring and resume their own practice. There are always people training here. Come back at any time if you want to try a new move in a safe environment. Also a sexaholic. And bad with money on most occasions. Pretty sure there was a whole thing about him not being good with money. You find Adis next to her farmhouse, holding a headless hen in one hand and a knife in the other. The ground around her is covered in feathers. Charming!
Ho there! What brings you kids out here? Don't tell me Ranvai's sow chose this moment to give birth.
Pregnant sows are the last thing on my mind right now. Glad to hear it. Just in the middle of plucking a hen for dinner. I'd like to get it done before nightfall. What is this visit about, if not the sow? I want to ask you about one of the stories you told when we were children. Smiles wistfully, brushing a few wayward feathers off her apron. Ah, been so long. Hope I can remember. What do you need to know? Told us of a grave site and a hill once where ancient king was buried with all his treasure. That story, yes. He said the tomb was protected by dwarves or elves or other such underground creatures. That horrible vengeance would befall any who dared to breach its sanctity. Dwarves or elves? It's funny because they're the same thing. Do you know if the tomb is real? Seen it myself. Traveled through there with Alvdar when we had just been married. On our way here to start our family. Spent a night in a small hamlet at the base of the hill where I heard of the treasure and the creatures that protect it. Why are you asking about this now? I'm preparing an expedition. I need treasure that I can trade for supplies. Where goes the journey? The isles across the sea. The stories tell of unprotected coasts and great riches. I now have additional questions. That only raises further questions. Tell you what, let me come with you to the grave. Be easier if I simply show you the way. If you wish to join, you're welcome. Great. Meet me at the edge of the village when it's time to leave. For now, though, I must finish this hen. Alright, is there anything else that needs to be done in here? Campaign map, witch's hut. House blacksmith. It's Kettle's home. I think that's everything. Oh wait, no, this is where I need to go. Alrighty, it's getting to that point where it's super late, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here. This was a nice look at it. I might pick it up again, or I might do something different come Tuesday. Either way, I'm going to be playing this on my own, so it'll be a little ahead next time you see it, if at all. Thank you all for watching. I have been Rindis, and until next time, bye.